Well, the point is, like, yeah, game has bad community, I know that. And the game, not necessarily boring all the time, but sometimes I do get bored of the game myself, and I'll just, like, play something else occasionally. But again, I shouldn't let a toxic community, defy my enjoyment for a video game. I think that's something that I think that's something that people and even children too need to understand. Yes, a bad community or bad stuff can ruin your enjoyment of something you like, but you can't let the bad side of things about a certain community or a fandom of a certain game just ruin your enjoyment. Cause I'm gonna let you know this right. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I really had a massive hate boner for Sonic the Hedgehog. Cause here's the thing, I love the Sonic games, but then the problem started with me personally when I started focusing on too much of the bad side of the Sonic fandom. The bad side of it. And because I focused too much on the bad and negative side of the fandom, it made me hate Sonic the Hedgehog. Eventually, as time went on, I realized that I'm letting the bad side of a fandom defy my enjoyment for something that I love. So, I let that grudge go entirely. And ever since then, I realized that, oh my god, I should have never focused on the bad side of it. That was stupid. And it was stupid. Because I love Sonic the Hedgehog, and I still do. But I let the bad side of the community and its fandom get to me. When I should have not done that to begin with. I love Sonic.exe. But the problem is, for me right now, it's hard for me to enjoy Sonic.exe because of, well, the bad side of the fandom. When I should have been focusing more on the good side of, well, the fan base. I think that's something that a friend of mine should learn too. My friend Zero. He doesn't even like Sonic.exe to begin with, regardless. But he tends to focus way too much on the bad side of the fandoms of these creepypastas. When really he should focus more on like the good part. The part that makes you what you enjoyed about the creepypasta. Also, I gotta be careful. I gotta lock in because these killers are all over the place now. You see what I mean? Like, okay, the game being boring is a different conversation. Like, you get bored of the game, that's whatever. So anyone can get bored of a certain game at some point. But the bad community part is something that you really need to think about. Because you focus too much on the negative side of the community, you're gonna not enjoy the game as much, That's why I want to focus on the good side of things. The good part of the community, the best part of the fandom. When I think of the good side of the community, I think of like good fan art, peak community fan-made concepts, something like that. Or healthy discussion videos, like healthy discussions that people can come up with without bashing each other apart. But the problem is, I tend to keep focusing on the negative side of things, even though I shouldn't. Yeah, I don't think about it. I should definitely make a discussion video based around that, what I just talked about. Like, I don't know, focusing too much on the bad side of a fandom or a community.